Hey, yo, what's good, Josh? Your boy Faith Against here. Welcome back to another Elder Scrolls Online video. So today I got a nice Warden build for you guys. Not sure what to call it. By the time I upload this video, it should have a name. But let's just say our Ice Dragon's domain Warden build. Let's just say that. But if you guys are just out today for the first time and love Elder Scrolls Online and other MMORPGs, so make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for the boy, as it's about to get good. Cue the intro. And get into the attributes. We got 24 in the health and 40 in the stamina. You can definitely pump a whole bunch more in the stamina, but is the way our stamina recovery is. As you guys can see, we are sitting very pretty with our stamina. Next we have the lover as our Mundus stone and food. Run Dubious Camera Thrower. You can run our TM takeaway broth, which is a lot better, just for the health recovery, but we're not running that. Almost went a little too quick. All right, now next we have the Deep Fissure. This is the magic variant. You can go subterranean assault, whichever you prefer, but with Deep Fissure, stir a group of Shulk that attack after 3 seconds, dealing 7,559 magic damage to enemies in front of you. The Shulk complete their attack. They burrow underground for 6 seconds. So when they resurface, dealing a whopping 10,500 magic damage to the enemies in front of you. Enemies' damage are afflicted with major minor breach, reducing their physical and spell resistance by 5,000, and further reducing it a bit further with another 3,000. All right. Next we have Growing Swarm. Unleash a swarm of fetcher flies to relentlessly attack an enemy, cause them to bleed for 14,245 bleed damage over 20 seconds. Might not sound like a lot since it's 20 seconds. It feels like a shorter duration. That's cool. Mind you, we can crit. Our crit rating is a bit low. So if you want to go dual wield, I definitely say dual wield is a much better alternative for this build, as well as you get whirling blades and blade cloak, which will increase your DPS that much more and also increases your movement speed as well, along with your wings. What I'm about to get to next, we have Cutting Dive, dealing 6,000 bleed damage immediately and causing them to bleed for another 6,400 bleed damage over 10 seconds. Now this is actually not a bad proc, so we'll probably hit around 12k as well with this bleed damage. Next we have Reverse Slice. Is our execution. As you guys know, deal 300% more damage when they're below 50%. Next we have Deceptive Predator. Now Bird of Prey is also a very good alternative, but this one grants us immunity to snares and also gives us minor evasion, further increasing our dodge chance as well. While slotted, we gain minor evasion, reduced damage taken from area effects attacks by 10%, which is huge, guys. And now, since we are running all medium, we can definitely run Shuffle because it does stack with minor evasion. We have Blue Betty just to give us our weapon and spell damage, along with giving us a mag just so we can proc our heals more as well. Now you can go Green Betty. If you go Green Betty, the proc is longer as well, but you also gain minor savagery, but it doesn't remove as many effects, or the negative effects removed are not as frequent. Next up, Arctic Blast. Envelop yourself in winter winds, instantly dealing 5,000 frost damage to enemies nearby. If no enemies are hit, you heal for 6,260 health. The winds persist for 20 seconds and chill your foes to dealing 824 frost damage every 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, the damage has a higher chance to apply chill status effects. By chill, that means frozen. Will freeze our enemies on contact. If we have Ice Fortress, give us minor resolve, and also further increasing it, give us minor and major. So that way we take 5% additional less damage. Oh, increasing our resistance. Next we have Resolve and Vigor, just for a huge, bigger burst heal. Next we have Living Trails, also applies minor life steal, and when the heal ends, we also gain another 4,034 additional heal. Now that does have a chance to crit. We also have Guardian's Savagery, as you guys know. I'm running the Guardian. You don't see too many of these, but since I am running a bleed build, rouse a Grizzly to fight by your side. The Grizzly swipes at your dealing 2,000 bleed damage, and sometimes swipes all enemies in front of it, dealing 7,000 bleed damage and stunning them for 2 seconds. Once summoned, you can activate the Guardian Sigil for 75 ultimate to maul the enemy for 11,000 bleed damage. Deals 100% more damage to enemies below 25% health. You can also use this as a SQ. When I say it hits hard, I hit somebody for a 60k proc. I got a 60k proc, which is insane. All right, now guys, let's go ahead and get into the build. All right, so first we're running the Truth set, the Armor of Truth, which gives us critical, maximum stamina, weapon damage. We deal damage to an enemy who is off balance. Your weapon and spell damage is increased by 438. Now, when it is golden, it is 500 weapon and spell damage, which is super huge. That's the Truth. We also got it well fitted, so we will be roll dodging a bit just because we are medium armor, so we get that bonus as well. All right, next we have Damahaw's Visage. Now, when I say domain, this is what I mean. All right, when you deal damage, you create a 10-meter ring of molten earth around you for 10 seconds, which deals 300 flame damage, 300 physical damage every second, and standing in the ring grants you 289 weapon and spell damage. When it's fully maxed out, it is 310. When it's golden, it is 310 weapon and spell damage. This occurs once every 15 seconds, and the scales the higher weapon and spell damage is, which is huge, guys. Fucking huge. Definitely hit like a truck. Now for the main attraction, we're running Dragon's Appetite. This is a crafted set. You need to be at least 6 trait. Or is it 4 trait? I think it's 5 trait. You need to be at least 5 trait for this set. In the following, your woodworking, blacksmithing, and clothing as well. Now, weapon damage, stamina recovery. Increase your damage done to bleeding enemies by 225%. Dealing non-bleach damage to bleeding enemies generate a stack. Now, with your Damahaw's procking, as you know, with your Damahaw's procking, that does not deal bleed damage. So when this procs is pretty much a guaranteed non-bleed damage stack. It stacks up to 10 times. There is no time limit, so in 5 or 10 seconds. Now, since it's 2 different types, I want to say it's doubling, so you'll have around, say like 16. There is no cooldown for this. Dragon's Appetite heals you for 9,000 health. This is a huge burst heal, and I can't tell you how many times that it saved me against some of the hardest bosses, as you guys will see later in the video. One of the hardest bosses to solo, just because of the sheer amount of enemies that spawns and flame damage that it deals. And it's just more truth. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the champion points. Then we have Fighting Fitness, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, and Wrathful Strikes. Now, you can definitely go Soothing Tide just for more healing done, or you can just go Unstable, reduce the damage take from area effective attacks, which could be super huge if you want to go a more tanky DPS route. Get the Rider, takes the Assembly, Steed's Blessing, and Treasure Hunter. And as we have Slippery, Peace of Mind, Creature Magicka, and Health Recovery, while under crowd control immunity effects, Fortified, and Balanced Vitality. But yeah, guys, that is the build. You can use this for PvE or PvP. If you want to be more effective in PvP, definitely trade out your Cutting Dive for your Dizzying Swing, just because it hits a lot harder and it's more consistent with stunning enemies. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, hope you enjoy it, because I enjoyed it too. I might be catching this one. Peace.
my city, yeah. Bitch, I keep everything lit. I think I had enough. All this money got me acting up. Niggas be mad as fuck, cause they know I gotta bag it up.